Hi there, I'm Kyle Goodrich, an Applications Engineer here at Snaptron. Today we'll be walking through how to build up one of these BINCO kits. This is a binary counter demonstration, so it'll walk you through how a binary counter works and how to assemble this one from Boldport. So these are the resistors. These are the LEDs. So you'll take them out of the cut tape and rail packaging. Sometimes it's easier to pull them out on the desk. Like that. Oops. With your tweezers, you just put it right on the pads. Same thing with the resistors. With the resistors, they are not polar, which means you can place them in any orientation on the pads. The LEDs are polar, so they need to go in a specific direction. And that will depend on if you have the board configured to count up or count down. I'm gonna throw this battery holder on. So now we will start assembling some of the things on the back side of the PCB, namely the ICs come packaged in this foam or on another tape and reel. So what we'll do is we'll place solder paste on all the pads again. We have the solder down. Take our main chip here, place it on the PCB. There's a little dot circle in the corner of the rectangle there. We gotta orient that to match up with the same dot that's printed on the PCB. Just like so. And for our other IC, so we've got this printed gray bar that corresponds with this dot in this corner. So you want this bar to line up with that, and then you also have this dot printed on the circuit. You want to match it with this dot here in that corner. Now that we have all of the components soldered onto the PCB, one of our last steps is attaching the dome switches to the PCB. And to do that, we'll use our included pressure-sensitive adhesive tape. The DT style dome will occupy this space, the F style dome will occupy this space, and the smaller GX style dome will go on the backside. So to start, we'll grab an X-Acto knife and cut out roughly a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square. Doesn't have to be exact. We'll peel that up. Grab one of our dome switches here. We will place the dome in the center, but concave face up. Stick it right on there. And we'll grab it and place it right on that pad there. We'll repeat that step for this space and the DT dome. That concave up again. We just want to make sure that we line up the short leg of the DT dome with this pad here. Like so. All right, now we'll flip it over. Repeat it again for the small GX dome. We'll need a smaller piece of tape for this guy. Just like that. Now the last thing we have to do is install our battery. I'm using a CR2025 here. And with any luck, we should have a binary counter. The back button is a reset, so we'll go ahead and reset that. And while you're holding down this button, if you light touch this switch, it'll start counting through binary slowly. If you click it down, it'll start counting quickly.